So I think I found my 3.29 league starter, and the funny part is I wasn't even planning on playing Vaal Arc. I was reading through the patch notes, looking for interesting interactions, and I kept finding more and more things, and they all pointed towards the same build for me. Reliquarian, Vaal Arc, Farming Legion, most likely mana stacking, and maybe eventually Mercenaries. And this isn't a finished build guide, this is just a theorycraft before the league launch, and I'll show you why I think this build has a lot more room to grow. First thing is why Vaal Arc. It's always been one of my favorite skills. Mapping feels amazing. I've got clearing of the screens of the Legion, and it's very satisfying to play. The biggest two problems are keeping up the Val in boss fights and the single target DPS. And that's where this patch started getting interesting, at least for me. The first Ascendancy I will be playing is Reliquarian. Vaal Caress gives us +2 level of all Vaal skill gems and 20 seconds of onslaught every time we use it. And since Vaal Arc is something we're planning to cast constantly while mapping, that's basically permanent onslaught, and it immediately solves the biggest quality of life issues for this build. My second notable for this skill is still up for testing, but right now I'm choosing between Sergil's Crank or Shimmeron. And Shimmeron could be stronger if I lean into power charges later, which is what I'm gonna test first. And until I actually play the build, I won't like pretend to know because I still need to test it. Now these two ascendancies will take up 6 out of your 8 points. The last two, it will be a Chaos Bloodline. It'll be Priest of Kopek, and at first glance, it looks like a downside. Val skills require 40% more souls, and then you notice that you deal more damage based on the number of souls they require, and that's when I started looking for ways to offset the downside. And this is where I am in the patch notes. The new content here, I've got a new exceptional skill gem. Found Pact of Katasha, and this gem almost feels like it was designed for this build for me. More damage for Val spells, less soul gain prevention, and chance to refund souls when you use them. I'm assuming it's a chance and not a full refund or partial refund. I'm not sure yet. That extra soul requirement from the Priest Kopek doesn't seem nearly as scary when I got this. Now, the farming strat will be Legion. Farming strategy is always, for Arc, for me at least, has always been Legion. It's one of the best mechanics for the Val Souls refills, the monster density, and now there's the new crafting of the Vestigial Uniques. And so the mechanic I'm farming for the currency and for the uniques will plainly be that. I will test other uniques late game, and that's why I want to test the vestigial stuff. I've got a PoB, and this is only version 1. It's a baseline. I grabbed a random PoB for Arc, and I've tweaked it a little bit, and that's what I'll be starting with. As you can see, it's just running Void Battery with Doriani's Ralakesh Foulborn. Ignore these three, but basically this is running a wand and a shield. It's easier for me to scale defenses with a shield, but then they made some of the changes for staff, and that's where I'll change it later on. I'm gonna test with a staff, remove all the shield nodes, start stacking with the staff, try the new skill, Mana-Infused Staff. It's based on the mana stacking, 35% maximum mana, arcane wave on block, 30% less mana costs, because all the cost of the lightning spells have gone up. The buff for 20% more chance to block, attack, and spell is huge. This is where my endgame plan comes. Testing the staff, and then seeing the damage output, the power charge stacking, or at the very end, start specking into Luminary Ascendancy. I need to test the Merc, see how well they'll perform. I do have this basic setup of what the Merc's uniques could be and have on them. This is mostly the same for a lot of the Mercs that you played in the Mercenaries of Charthus League. There is also the spreadsheet I found on Reddit, which has all the items and the uniques and what could be good for all the mercenaries based on their attributes. That's the plan for the Ascendancy, for Luminary at least. So I will start off as Reliquarian, farm Legion, experiment with the Vestigial Uniques. I'll test the Pact of Katash, try mana stacking staff version. I'll eventually see if Luminary Mercenary's gearing can take the build even further. This isn't even meant to be a finished guide, it's just the build I'm starting with, and I will be updating it as I learn more throughout the league about the mechanics. And if you have any ideas or actions or suggestions that I should test, let me know. Thank you.